Did you know that your heart could be silently signaling distress right now? That persistent fatigue, that shortness of breath on a flight of stairs, the inexplicable chest tightening after walking just a few blocks, these may not be just signs of aging. Instead, they could be early warnings that matters are deteriorating quietly within your cardiovascular system. But here's the good news. Science has revealed powerful nutrients, 8 vitamins to be exact, that can help reverse this stealthy damage. Some of these vitamins have been shown in clinical trials to reduce your risk of heart attack by 40%, improve circulation in as little as 2 weeks, or even clean your arteries naturally. And the top nutrient? Cardiologists call it pure fuel for the heart muscle. My name is Dr. William Harris, and I've spent decades working with men and women over 60 to fight heart disease, fatigue, and memory decline. Today, let's explore these 8 remarkable vitamins, proven to rebuild and protect the heart, so you can take back those years, one heartbeat at a time. We begin with vitamin C, long celebrated for fighting colds, but less recognized for its ability to shield arteries from oxidative stress. Free radicals, unstable molecules produced when we age, under stress, or exposed to environmental toxins, attack arterial walls, causing inflammation and plaque buildup. Entire arteries can become stiff, rigid, and prone to rupture, triggering heart attacks. Vitamin C is a natural scavenger of these radicals and promotes collagen production, keeping arteries supple. A Harvard study reported that adults with sufficient daily vitamin C intake faced a 42% lower risk of heart disease than those deficient. Studies in older adults, 2,000 participants, daily 1,200 mg vitamin C, showed meaningful drops in blood pressure, while whole foods like guava, bell peppers, and acerola cherry are excellent sources, reaching the therapeutic range 800 to 1,500 mg daily, usually requires a slow-release supplement. Take it with food to minimize any digestive discomfort. Next, consider coenzyme Q10, or CoQ10. Think of this nutrient as the heart's primary fuel. Located in mitochondria, the energy factories of your cells, CoQ10 is vital for generating the ATP your heart needs 100,000 times a day. After age 40, your natural production falls sharply. By 60, you may be running on half the needed reserves. Adding statin medications can further deplete CoQ10 by up to 70%, leading to fatigue and muscle pain in many users. But improved forms of CoQ10, specifically ubiquinol, are dramatically better absorbed, up to 8 times more than ubiquinone, and have led to improved exercise capacity and cardiac output in just 4 weeks at 100 to 300 mg daily. Most cardiologists take it themselves or prescribe it routinely. Vitamin E is our third powerhouse. Its antioxidant role goes far beyond common misconceptions. It's a frontline defender against oxidizing LDL, bad cholesterol. Left unchecked, oxidized LDL sticks to artery walls, fostering plaque formation. Vitamin E surrounds these cholesterol molecules, neutralizing the oxidation process before plaque can form. In a Cambridge study among 2,000 heart patients, those given 200,400 IU of mixed tocopherols daily experienced a 77% reduction in non-fatal heart attacks. Vitamin E also lowers blood pressure, reduces inflammation, and improves arterial elasticity. Opt for full spectrum, mixed tocopherols, and always take it with a meal containing healthy fats. Next is magnesium, often overlooked, but absolutely critical. This relaxation mineral helps regulate calcium in heart cells. Too much calcium and too little magnesium cause cells to contract uncontrollably, resulting in palpitations, arrhythmias, and hypertension. Over 80% of adults are unknowingly deficient in magnesium. Taking heart-strengthening medications, ironically speeds up magnesium loss. Supplements of 300 to 600 milligrams of magnesium citrate or glycinate daily can lower systolic blood pressure by as much as 15 points and reduce the risk of sudden cardiac death by 41%. It also improves sleep quality, easing restless hearts and racing minds. Begin with smaller doses to avoid digestive upset. Taking it at night helps with absorption and rest. Omega-3 fatty acids are our fifth essential nutrient. These anti-inflammatory fats, especially EPA, DHA, and ALA, act as a natural detergent, scrubbing away arterial debris and preventing buildup. EPA and DHA reduce triglycerides. Elevated levels double your heart attack risk, improve arterial function, thin the blood, and support healthy cardiac rhythms. Scientific reviews involving over 40,000 people showed that regular omega-3 intake correlated with living about 2.5 years longer. The best sources are fatty, cold water fish like salmon, sardines, and anchovies, or purified fish oil supplements rigorously tested for contaminants. Aim for a daily dose of 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams of combined EPA and DHA, taken with a meal for absorption and to prevent reflux. Vitamin B1, or thiamine, is our sixth hero. Although often forgotten, B1 is essential for converting the glucose in your bloodstream into usable energy for your heart. Sufficient B1 leads to a condition called cardiac beriberi, where the heart swells and beats weakly. Many older adults, especially those on diuretics, are unintentionally B1 deficient. Supplementing with 100 milligrams daily, or the more absorbable benfotiamine, has been shown to improve heart function within 2 weeks and mitigate complications of diabetes. 50 to 200 milligrams daily alongside other B vitamins is enough for most. It's essential to address this hidden condition and support long-term cardiovascular health. Moving on to vitamin B6, this nutrient plays a crucial role in regulating homocysteine, a compound that, when elevated, significantly damages arterial walls. High homocysteine levels raise heart attack risk up to fourfold. B6 converts harmful homocysteine into benign substances, reducing inflammation, protecting blood vessel walls, and supporting regular heart rhythm and red blood cell production. Studies show that appropriate B6 intake can cut cardiovascular risk by up to 30%. To reduce possible neuropathy, daily doses of 100 milligrams are recommended, always alongside other B-complex vitamins. Dietary sources include salmon, chicken, potatoes, and bananas, though therapeutic results often require supplementation. Finally, we arrive at the powerhouse duo, vitamin D3 combined with vitamin K2. This pair has the strongest evidence for long-term cardiovascular benefit. Vitamin D3 plays a role in over 3,000 genes, many involved in blood pressure regulation, inflammation control, and heart muscle health. Low vitamin D levels are associated with doubling the risk of heart attack. However, D3 without vitamin K2 can cause unintended calcium buildup in arteries, exactly what we're working to avoid. K2 directs calcium to the bones and teeth, away from the arterial walls, by activating special proteins like osteocalcin. In a Dutch study involving over 4,000 people, those with optimal D3 plus K2 levels had 57% less arterial calcification and a 50% lower risk of heart-related death. To replicate this protective synergy, aim for 2,000 IU of vitamin D3 plus 100 micrograms of MK7 form of K2 daily. Take it with a fat-rich meal for proper absorption. Combining these 8 nutrients, vitamin C, CoQ10, vitamin E, magnesium, omega-3s, B1, B6, and the dynamic duo of vitamins D3 and K2 can significantly strengthen heart health, reduce risk, improve circulation, and boost energy. These supplements aren't dependent on advanced age. They're equally effective whether you're 60 or 25, though they become critically important as we grow older. Begin by choosing 2 to start with, based on your symptoms or what your doctor recommends, and build from there. Always discuss new supplements with a qualified healthcare provider, especially if you're on medication or have chronic conditions. Each of these nutrients acts like a small but powerful tool in rebuilding a resilient, energetic heart. Every supplement you take is an investment, one that has the potential to give your heart 60 better years. Your heart has always carried you through life. Now it's time to give back. Now imagine waking up each day with more energy, less tightness in your chest, and a steady, calm heartbeat that no longer races at random. That's not a fantasy. It's the very real effect of consistently nourishing your heart with the right vitamins. Because when your heart has the support it needs, everything changes. Your breath comes easier, your walks feel lighter, and your body, even your mood, begins to feel years younger. Let's revisit why this all matters. Most people don't realize how fragile the cardiovascular system becomes after 60. Your arteries stiffen, inflammation rises, your natural vitamin and mineral levels decline, and your heart muscle doesn't get the fuel it once did. But the body is remarkably responsive, even later in life. With the right nutrients, many of these effects can not only be slowed, but partially reversed. That's the magic of nutritional science combined with time-tested cardiology. Think about CoQ10 again. This is the literal battery pack inside your heart cells. Without it, your heart runs on half its power. But restore those levels, and patients report a surge in physical endurance, less fatigue, and even better mental clarity. One 74-year-old patient said after a month of supplementation, he no longer needed to rest halfway through his morning walks. He felt 20 years younger, not because of a miracle drug, but because he finally gave his body back what it had been missing for decades. Or consider the combination of vitamin D3 and K2. These aren't just supplements, they're a GPS system for calcium. D3 helps you absorb calcium, but without K2, that calcium could end up in your arteries, not your bones. This duo literally reroutes calcium where it belongs, away from your heart and into your skeleton. The result? Less arterial stiffness, lower blood pressure, and stronger bones. That's not hype, it's documented. In studies, those who optimized their D3 and K2 had fewer fractures and significantly less coronary calcification. For many, it's the difference between frailty and freedom. Magnesium, meanwhile, is your heart's natural relaxant. It prevents calcium overload, regulates your rhythm, and helps you sleep deeper. If you're waking up feeling more tired than when you went to bed, this could be a clue. One simple mineral can be the key to restoring restful sleep and a calmer, more stable cardiovascular system. Many men report fewer nighttime awakenings and a reduced need for blood pressure meds within just weeks of consistent magnesium intake. And then there's omega-3s. If you've ever worried about clogged arteries or a family history of heart attack, this is the nutrient to focus on. Its anti-inflammatory power not only lowers triglycerides, but improves how your blood vessels function, keeping them smooth and open instead of rough and plaque-ridden. It's why populations who consume omega-3-rich fish regularly, like the Japanese and Inuit, have among the lowest rates of heart disease in the world. Even just 1,000 milligrams a day can start to reshape your cardiovascular future. These aren't theories. These are science-backed interventions used by top cardiologists worldwide, not just for their patients, but for themselves and their families. So why aren't they more widely shared? Because these strategies often don't fit the pharmaceutical model. You can't patent vitamin C or magnesium, but that doesn't make them any less powerful. In fact, It makes them more accessible to you. What's more, these vitamins don't just work in isolation. They support each other. Vitamin B1 fuels the metabolism of sugars for heart energy. B6 clears toxic compounds and regulates your rhythm. Vitamin E protects every cholesterol molecule from oxidizing. Together they create a matrix of support, a literal scaffolding to hold your cardiovascular system strong, stable, and vibrant. And if you're wondering where to start, the answer is simple. Begin with what resonates most. Do you experience energy crashes, brain fog, or irregular heartbeats? Consider magnesium and CoQ10 when struggling with blood pressure or arterial stiffness. Try vitamin C and D3 with K2. Concerned about family history? Add omega-3 and vitamin E. Each of these addresses a critical piece of the puzzle, and over time, the effects are not only measurable in labs, but felt in everyday life. But above all, remember this: your heart is not a lost cause. It's an organ that responds with incredible gratitude when given the right tools. Age does not have to be a decline. It can be a second chance. A new phase of strength, of confidence, of life lived fully. You've carried the weight of a career, a family, a lifetime of responsibilities. Isn't it time to carry yourself with vitality and pride? So here's the call to action. Choose 2 vitamins. Start today. Take control of your heart health, not with panic, but with purpose. Consult with your physician. Set reminders. Build the habit. In a few short weeks, you might look back and realize how different your body feels. Stronger, calmer, more resilient. Because the truth is, every heartbeat counts. And now you know how to make them count more. This isn't about living forever. It's about living better. And your heart, that faithful, tireless muscle, deserves that. Give it the fuel it needs, the support it craves, the protection it's earned. Because when you take care of your heart, it takes care of you, every single beat of the way.